I recently had a conversation during a men's group study, Christian men's group study, about the use of force, and if you believe in the use of force as a Christian man, what level of force should you be prepared to deliver? What is our responsibility, if you believe there is a responsibility? So I say if, because I know there are Christians who are non-resistant, and I used to be one of them. I am no longer one of them. That's been some time now. I don't believe that the use of force is a good thing. I think that force used against others is very bad, and I do not condone violence. That being said, no, I'm not non-resistant, but if you are, as a Christian, I don't believe that you are sinning, necessarily. In fact, it can be a very valid worldview. In any case, I'll do a different video on that. As for the use of force and what is expected of us by God, and what is our responsibility to our families or to ourselves, to the group, things like this. If you have a group, hopefully you do. All right, well, in my case, I heard a few perspectives. Mine was much closer to the rest than I expected it to be. So, if you are living in a society where it is illegal to own a gun, then should you own a gun because it is a greater ability to protect yourself and others? I would say no. Unfortunately, it might also be impossible to get one unless you are a criminal, because getting one would be a criminal act. And then what are you going to do? Be a criminal, I suppose. So if owning a gun is illegal where you are, then I would say I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I have you one-upped on that one. There are states in the U.S. that it's pretty much impossible to defend yourself with a gun because of laws around it, and others where it's much easier to be able to have a gun and be able to use that gun to defend yourself. And so that was the first step into that whole use of force category, is whatever you expect others to bring against you, you should probably have that. Okay? So here, there are some who I don't associate with who have said it is much easier for me, not me, them, to obtain a firearm illegally than it would be legally. Not only that, I could easily do that illegally. To which I think to myself, well, it's hard enough to get one legally sometimes for people who can get one legally. That being said, the criminals do have guns, very, very commonly. And so the good people, the Christians, I would say it's fine for you to own a gun if you're comfortable owning a gun. Don't do it if you think it's going to be unsafe for you or the people around you. Blah, 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 blah. Disclaimer, etc. If you can't own one, then it'll be just whatever level of force you expect the bad guy to bring against you or your family. That's what I would say. That's what I would say. So level of force. Whatever you expect the bad guy to have, make sure you have that. That's what I would say. If you live in a place like Australia where they just banned machetes, so if you have a lawnmower, don't go taking off one of those pieces of the lawnmower blade. I'd be too close to a machete. Throw out your lawnmowers. Oh my word. Yep. say nothing of, I had the blessing to recently be in Britain, and the place where I was staying had its own kitchen setup and stuff, but there were no kitchen knives. I couldn't bring one from home, obviously. I went on a plane. And so I'm thinking, how am I going to cut up the food to cook it? Because I was making my own food. I ended up using a pair of scissors, which were not mine, to cut up the food. Oh my word. And then somebody says to me, we have an accent, we've got a bit of a knife problem in the UK. Oh, that's Australian, shoot. Well, I guess they have a machete problem there. Anyway. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. So the level of force, as far as I'm concerned, there is no max to the level of force that could be appropriate to have in your pocket in the case of someone wanting to harm you or your family, especially if you have a family. That's like, wow, that's an incredibly different level of responsibility on you, the man, the Christian man, to guard them against harm. All right, yeah, okay. You know what? I think I might just end it there. I said my piece. There were varying viewpoints among the group that I was frequenting at the time. All of them pretty dang valid, I would say. I should do another video on non-resistance. All right, that's all I've got for you.